Good morning, welcome to the Cooking with the Cooks 2021. Happy Easter everyone, hope you're well. I'll tell you what we're going to do today. If you've got sons or daughters, teenage years, they might have mentioned Little Moons to you, which is basically a Japanese mochi or mochi ice cream. They cost a fortune, you can never get hold of them because they're always sold out, so we're going to make some nice and easy. So basically, mochi is an ice cream centre with a sweet dough around it, and that's all it is. You can flavour the ice cream, you can flavour the dough, you can colour the dough. So what we're going to do today is cookie dough centre and a salted caramel dough. So we're going to make that. What you'll need is some ice cream, some colours or flavourings. You don't have to because the dough is sweet enough on its own, but you can. A whisk, a spatula, a bowl, an ice cream scoop, some cling film, a rolling pin, a lined baking tray, and now these are the three main ingredients. Rice flour, Japanese sweet rice flour. It's often called glutinous rice flour. It doesn't sound very nice. You might be able to find it in your local store if you've got a good Asian supermarket near you. You'll probably be able to get it in there as well. I've ordered that online from Amazon, and I'll put the link below so you can order some and get ready. Corn flour. Now this dough is really sticky, so you'll need corn flour to stop it sticking and a bit of sugar. That's it. First of all though, let's deal with our ice cream. So we want ice cream balls. Now the balls need to be round about the size, probably a bit less than a golf ball. Now I've got some cookie dough ice cream here. I've got a couple of scoops. I don't know which one's going to work best, but what I did find is I found this, so I'm going to pop them in there because we're going to scoop them out and refreeze them. So they don't want to be too big. Bella, you say that's about enough?
Yeah.
Or is it too big?
That looks fine.
Fine, okay. So I'm going to do 12 of those and bob them back in the freezer. So come back after that, we'll make the dough. Okay, welcome back. The ice cream actually made 11 portions and they're pretty higgledy-piggledy when it comes to size, but that's okay, it'll be fine. So they're in the freezer just setting. Let's make the dough. So, now we've got to get this right. Don't get your rice flour and your corn flour mixed up. I'm pretty much sure that's rice flour. 160 grams of rice flour, in it goes. Into a microwavable bowl. You'll notice the microwaves come out of the utility room again, because we need it for this recipe, it's the easiest way. So 160 grams of the sweet rice flour, 60 grams of granulated sugar or caster sugar. Now just give that with a whisk, a combine, and then add 225 ml of cold water. Just add it gradually and mix it into the dough basically. So a bit at a time. Now what we're going to do, we're going to pop this in the microwave. We're going to cover it first, bob it in the microwave for a minute, then we're going to take it out, give it another whisk, pop it back in the microwave for another minute, take it out, add some flavour. So you've got, come have a look Bella, you've got this nice smooth, looks like a batter, but when that goes in the microwave it's going to thicken up. So come back in a minute and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, first minute done. Just peel back the cling film and give it a whisk this time. So it comes at 3 stages. If you can see already, Bill, it's thickening up as we speak. So we just want to make sure there's no lumps in it like those lumps you've seen. Give it a good whisk then. Get it off the sides, right to the bottom. And then back in the microwave for another minute. See you in a minute. Okay, it's had 2 minutes now. So now you turn from the whisk to the spatula. Put your spatula in some water. You can see now, well, that it's really starting to thicken up into this dough-like consistency. So what we're going to do now, if you've got any flavourings, now you can put colours or flavouring at this point. Just give that a stir around with the spatula. So I'm going to put a teaspoonful, we're going to use salted caramel flavouring, about a teaspoon. Give it a little bit of colour and some flavour. So I'm going to stir that in. Oh, the thing is, it's very sticky, this dough. This is why we need lots of corn flour when it finally comes out. So I'm going to make sure this is smooth, get it back in the microwave, 30 seconds this time. Then we're going to get it out and then we're going to start rolling it. See you in a bit. Okay, so another 30 seconds and it's done. all we need to do, if you wet your spatula, it usually helps get it off the side. If you look at this, Bella, see that? So nice smooth dough. Now the thing is, this dough is the stickiest thing you've ever come across. So we've got to attempt at this point to roll it out. So this is why we need our corn flour, or cornstarch. So a nice even spread of corn flour. Now we're going to roll this out so we can get 10, 12 circles out of it with which to cover our ice cream that's in the freezer. So we're going to add more corn flour as we go along, sieve it out so there's no big lumps, and we'll see if we can get this out onto the counter like that. Now, very sticky. So put that to one side. Now at this point you're going to need more corn flour on the top of it. Don't worry about the amount of corn flour you're using. We dust it off before we wrap them. So with our dough covered in corn flour, we roll it out. Now we want to roll it out to about 1/4 inch thick, which is 0.6 millimeters or something like that. So it's a nice coating for your ice cream. So come back when it's rolled out and I'll show you what to do. Okay, after a little bit of trial and error with the dough, I found out the best way. You've lined your baking sheet, roll it out on the parchment, take the parchment paper off, dust it with corn flour and roll it out. So if you can see there, Belle, it's basically rolled out onto the parchment paper. It doesn't have to be tipped, we're going to cut circles out of it later. So then, transfer it onto your baking tray, into the fridge, just to chill for half an hour. We'll see you then. Okay, so dough's been in the fridge for half an hour. We're going to use a slightly bigger cutter to cut out a circle. My ice cream, I just took it out 10 minutes ago and gave it a roll in my hands so it's nice and smooth on the outside. So, cut out your piece of dough, brush it to get rid of the excess corn flour on both sides, and then take an ice cream ball, go for that one, pop it in the centre, and gently, so you don't break it, mould the dough around it. Now when you've done this, squeeze it together at the bottom and wrap it in cling film. Now the reason we wrap it in cling film, it can get a bit messy. Should do these one at a time out of the freezer, by the way, so it doesn't. So we get a nice ball like that. Wrap that in cling film individually, stick it in a container, pop it in the fridge for at least 2 hours and get them out 10 minutes before you need to eat them. I'm going to do the rest of those, I'll see you when they're ready. Hello and welcome back. A few hours later, and a round of golf later in my case, they're ready. So let's get one out. Sophie's back. Hi Soph.
Hi.
Right, we're going to taste one. So we'll take them out of the cling film. Remember these are Mochi, or Mochi, which is a sweet rice dough covering some ice cream. Shall we cut one in half? And then you can taste it.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Like that. Okay, do you want to taste? Pass it over here then. There we go. So, Little Moons, made at home. Are they as good? Are they better? They're a lot cheaper and you can get them, I can tell you that for nothing. Right, get the camera.
It's cold.
It's ice cream. Right, thank you very much for watching. Happy Easter, everyone. Come back next week and we'll be cooking something else. I don't know what yet. But thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Post some pictures if you make them. In the meantime, stay safe, stay home, and keep cooking. See you next week. Bye-bye.